So it's that time of year again, and the Game Awards are almost upon us. We are 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. We're close to the Game Awards. They've announced all of the nominees, and to say it wasn't received well might be sugarcoating it a whole lot, to be honest with you. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. I'm going to go ahead and watch the announcement. Audio on that will be relatively low, hoping to not get a copyright strike on that, but we'll see. Let's have a look at the Game Awards nominees for the year and sort of shout out who I think's going to win each category. And mark the ones I haven't checked out. We've got a bit of time, so I have time to check them out before the awards, so I can be a little bit more better equipped for that one. Now let's do this.
And the Game Award.
The Game Award
goes to.
Here we go. I do enjoy the Game Awards. We need to celebrate the creativity in the industry. And there is to be some big stars here presenting. Now let's see. The 2024 nomination special. What do we got?
A journey together to celebrate video games is the
Has it really been 10 years?
entertainment in the world.
Only 10?
December 12th, right
Surely
here at
not.
the Dot Theater in Los Angeles, we will recognize the best and show you what's next with the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards. Hey everybody, I'm Jeff.
I guess it is the 10th.
TGA Global Nomination.
Oh wow. Yeah, established in 2014.
Today, it is my distinct
Damn,
honor
man.
to reveal this year's nominees, recognizing talented game developers from studios big and small around the world.
Now there's been some big hitters who have won this. I'm looking at the list now.
At thegameawards.com. All right, you've waited long enough. So let's
We've got Dragon Age Inquisition, The Witcher 3, Overwatch, God of War, Last of Us Part 2, Baldur's Gate 3.
For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Destiny 2, Diablo 4,
Oh, Diablo's good, man.
14, Fortnite,
Also hard to beat.
Divers 2. Your best performance
Oh, okay.
are Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Not familiar.
Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double
Also.
Exposure, Umberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
I don't think I've played any of those this year.
Nominees are
And I definitely haven't played mobile games.
Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket,
That thing's huge.
Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. The nominees for Best Art Direction are Astrobot,
It's good.
Wukong,
Also good.
Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree,
Hmm.
Metaphor Refantasio, and Neva. For Best Score and Music, this year's nominees are Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor Refantasio,
Not bad.
Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. In the category of Best Audio Design, these games are nominated: Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
You can't put Black Ops 6 in audio design. When you're charging for premium audio, no.
And Silent Hill 2.
Hellblade should probably win that, to be honest.
Excellence in authentically creating shows, movies, and other creative endeavors based on video game worlds. Here are this year's nominees for Best Adaptation: Arcane, Fallout,
Meant to be good.
Knuckles, Like a Dragon,
Not meant to be good.
and Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara.
Yeah, that one people seem to be lukewarm on.
Best Narrative.
I think Fallout, right?
Arcane nominees are Final Fantasy
Maybe Arcane.
Rebirth, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Refantasio, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Games for Impact celebrates thought-provoking games with a profound pro-social meaning or message. Here are this year's nominees.
Games for
Close
Impact.
to the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure,
Supposed to be okay.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and
First one was a banger.
Tales of Kenzera, Zao. The nominees for Best Community Support are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy
Great communication with their community for Baldur's Gate.
Helldivers 2,
Also good.
No Man's Sky.
The fact that they're still hitting updates for No Man's Sky almost makes that an insta-win, right?
Top 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more Space Marine 2 yet in these nominations.
Tolerance, as they are produced outside of the traditional publisher system.
I'm not sure who's been nominated for anything, really, until this.
Balatro, Lorelei and the Lazy
Animal Well really got a lot of
UFC
positive press early on in the year.
Next is Best Debut Indie Game, which recognizes a development team that hasn't won a Game Award before. In fact, these teams published their first game in 2024. The nominees are Animal Well,
Again,
Balatro, Manor Lord,
how many things did Balatro get nominated for?
The Plucky Squire. For Best
I have to check that out too.
nominees are
Add it to our questions list.
Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham
Supposed to be an absolute great VR game.
and Metro Awakening. For content creator of
I'm
the
hoping
year,
Arkham.
nominees are Queso, Ilawan, Techno Gamers, Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora. Part of the
Queso
game
for me.
looking forward to what's next, and yes, we'll have lots of games to announce on December 12th. But what's the most anticipated upcoming game? Here are the nominees based on...
Ooh, most anticipated. Here we go. It's interesting.
Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yote,
That's supposed to be really good.
Grand Theft
That's
Auto
got to
6,
win, surely.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. The
Grand
best
Theft Auto has to win.
are
Most anticipated.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. For Best Role Playing, the jury selected Dragon's Dogma 2,
Meant to be great.
Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're counting DLC as full games now.
Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. In the category of Best Fighting, the nominees are Dragon Ball Sparking Zero,
That was pretty good.
Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiversus, and Tekken 8. The nominees for Best Action are Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2,
Should get something. Come on, Helldivers 2 should get a nod in one of these categories.
2000 Space
Or Warhammer 40k.
Innovation in Accessibility celebrates games that are making
Innovation in accessibility. That is a very important category.
selected by a special committee of accessibility experts. The nominees
Who?
for Innovation in Accessibility
Who got nominated?
are Call of Duty Black Ops 6,
What did they do?
Diablo 4,
That's got some good stuff.
The Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws. Next
I've
up,
got to look into what some of these are doing in accessibility.
are Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree,
I've got to go Super Mario Party.
Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire. The Best Sim Strategy nominees are
Did Dragon Age not get nominated in RPG?
Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami: Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn.
I dabbled with Manor Lords for a bit. That game's pretty good.
These titles are nominated for Best Sports Racing: F1 24, EA Sports FC,
F1's not even the best F1 game.
NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, and WWE 2K24.
It was a move in the right direction. I don't know if 2K24 takes it.
Sports categories, starting with Best Esports Game. The nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant.
Surprised Apex didn't make it. It's the only one I've watched as an esport.
Are 3-3, Alexi B, Chuvi, Faker, Zywoo, and Kong Kong. And for the Best Esports
Okay,
Game,
that wasn't what that
the
said.
Sports Committee nominated these teams: Billy Gaming, League of Legends; Gen G, League of Legends; Navi, Counter-Strike; T1, League of Legends; and Team Liquid, Dota 2. All right. it's
Liquid's like the
time
only one I knew there.
Two categories.
Showing my age on that one.
Game Direction, which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring.
I've got to think Wukong is going to get a few here.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio.
A lot of these, I feel like it's almost a copy-paste across these categories.
PGA jury
I'm not against it. Like, obviously, those games are the peak in that realm.
as nominees for Game of the Year.
Okay, Game of the Year. Numbers, all six. Who we got? Six. Who we got?
Game of the Year nominees are Astrobot from Team Ahsoka.
Every category, I swear.
Balatro from
Again.
Black Myth Wukong by Game Science. Elden
They're putting up like Jordan in his prime numbers, these 4 games.
Final Fantasy
5 games.
from Square Enix. And Metaphor ReFantazio.
These games have pretty much been nominated in every category.
So there you have it. Those are your
Like across the board.
Game of the Year.
That is wild.
Game Awards Orchestra, conducted by Lauren Balfe, play their themes live on this very stage on
Now, we've had some pretty, like, big games come out this year from, like, established names and established sort of, like, IP.
Announcement of our Player's Voice category, where fans 100% select the winner from 30 nominees. We'll announce those nominees on Monday, December 2nd. The winners in all categories will be revealed live during the Game Awards when it streams globally on Thursday, December 12th, starting with the opening act at 7:30.
I don't know if I'll watch it live, but I will react to it after
12:30 AG
the Game Awards.
at thegameawards.com. Our team cannot wait to share our 10th anniversary show with you. I hope to see you then. And don't forget to cast your votes.
Okay, so those are the Game Awards nominees. Now, let's take a look at some of these categories, all right? I've got them all up here. Let me change to the tab. Here we go. Okay, Player's Voice, obviously that's the one they're going to talk about afterwards. Esports and creators. I'm not going to comment on those because I don't watch enough esports to have an opinion. As I said, the only thing I've really watched is Apex Legends and not nominated. And neither is anyone I know, so I'm not going to talk about that. Most anticipated game, there is some big hitters here, and I feel like Monster Hunter Wilds had a huge beta recently. Definitely highly anticipated. Ghost of Yotai is going to be great. Metroid Prime 4, I feel like people have wanted forever. Death Stranding 2, which is weird to say, almost seems out of place here. I know people are excited for it, but against these others, it pales in comparison. But I still think the winner has to be Grand Theft Auto 6. That is going to be like a huge multimedia touchstone. So that's going to be massive. Best adaptation, my vote would go for Fallout. I've only seen a little bit of the first episode, so it's probably unfair to comment on that one, but that's what I'm going to go with. Innovation in accessibility. Again, not set on commenting on that as I haven't seen what they all offer. Best multiplayer, look, I feel like it should go to Super Mario Party because that is going to be like the best multiplayer experience there. Because you can even do that like couch like co-op. So that's going to be a thing. It could go to COD. I wouldn't be shocked if it went to Helldivers 2 either. Tekken 8, it's Tekken. We know what Tekken is. It's nothing new. That's fine. Super Mario Party, you can make the same argument, really. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I don't think it holds water in that category. Best sports or racing. F1 24 wasn't received well. NBA 2K25 is just microtransactions out the arse. Top Spin 2K25 just dropped and disappeared. EA Sports FC 25. Even my friend who is like FIFA obsessed hasn't gone on about EA Sports FC this year, which is odd. WWE 2K24 is like the best WWE game in a couple of years. That's about all I can say for that. Best sim or strategy game. Look, the only ones I'm really familiar with, I'd say, are Manor Lords, Frostpunk 2, and Age of Mythology, retold. It's a remaster. I don't know if I give that credit, but I know that's what they're pushing for. I'm going to say, look, for me, it was Manor Lords. I enjoyed that quite a bit when I dabbled with it. Best family game. Super Mario Party Jamboree, I think, is going to be the best one. You could also, I guess, make the Astrobot argument. I've seen a lot of people enjoying that. Best fighting game. Multiverses it's rough to put here because that game is just out, not successful, bad. So that's just weird it's even on the list. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, maybe. I think it's going to come down to Dragon Ball or Tekken, personally. Then again, I don't know anything about Grand Blue, admittedly. Best role-playing game. I was surprised to not see Dragon Age in any of these categories. I don't know if it was out too late or... Like, it came out to 9s and 10s, but a lot of articles now are very much cooling on it. So maybe it was just that new game shiny feel, because it doesn't seem like people are keen on it. So it didn't get nominated for Best RPG. That category, though, best RPG. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is probably the one I heard most about, even though one of my friends was obsessed with Like a Dragon. Let's see. We've got best action adventure game. These categories are always whack. Like, what categorizes an action or an adventure game? I feel like you could put pretty much any game in here. Let's see. If I had to pick one, probably Astrobot. It needs to go. It needs to get something. It could also get Game of the Year, honestly. Best mobile game. I've heard of Balatro. I've heard of Pokemon trading card game. I think it'll be one of those two. Just trying to think of like what is a broad enough spectrum that enough of the judges would have played it and had enough of a thing with it, like a connection. Best debut indie game. Balatro or Animal Well. Manalord's in there. Good. Best independent game. I want to say Animal Well because it seemed to be super popular for a while there. Games for Impact. Look, I think Hellblade, the first one, I haven't checked that too. Honest. But the first one was very good with it's showing like mental health stuff. So I'm going to give 2 the shout out for that one as well. Best performance. Yeah, it's a tough one. Look, I think Max Caulfield should get a bonus here, so I had a tell for me. Best audio design, I said that I couldn't count Black Ops because you got to pay for it. Hellblade definitely did some interesting stuff with audio. They should take it for audio design. Best score and music. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has some bangers in it. Honestly, that's like gym playlist shit right there. So that one gets it. Best art direction. Tough one. I want to go Black Myth or Elden Ring, I think. Best narrative. Hellblade 2. And best game direction. We got our last one after that. Best game direction. You know what? Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. I think that was really well done. But now Game of the Year shows up, and it is... Look, it's hard, man, because I don't think any of these 6... Maybe Final Fantasy, and look, yeah, the DLC for Elden Ring. You could put them up there, I guess. And Black Myth was popular. But I just feel like it doesn't hang with, like, the other competition that have won Game of the Year. Now, I know that's not the Game Awards' fault. The industry's had a bit of a lower year. There has been some big games in big series, but they weren't great. So, like, it is what it is. But, like, I don't know if any of those games hang with Dragon Age Inquisition, The Witcher 3, Overwatch, Breath of the Wild, God of War, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Last of Us Part 2, It Takes Two, which was amazing, Elden Ring, amazing, Baldur's Gate 3, insane. But do any of these hang with that? I just don't know if they do, to be honest. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to say... Like, it could honestly go to Astrobot just because it had so much market penetration that so many people would have played that, even the ones judging. So, maybe. But I could also see it going to... Look, I could see it going to basically any of those. Weirdly, I don't know enough about Metaphor ReFantazio, but I do know it has been mentioned on every podcast I listen to. So, sold 1 million copies on release day across all platforms and received widespread acclaim. Previously used in other Atlas role-playing games. Okay, yeah. As soon as I hear Atlas role-playing game, I know exactly what that game is. Does it win? There's enough weebs out there for that to be a thing. That's my take on it, anyway. So that has been my rough breakdown of the Game Awards. Who I think will win. I do think there's been some weird games not nominated in like Game of the Year. Dragon Age not being there does shock me. Although, look, it's a bit of a divisive game, so I get it. Very odd. Anyway, that's been my breakdown. I will be back to live react to the Game Awards when it does happen very soon. About 3.5 weeks, I think. I think it's the end of like 3 weeks from now. Roughly. Could be completely wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.